Hi, this is Lee Benz, the Homescholar, and Heather asked me how does she get her child to be prepared for the SAT. There's a lot of different ways that you can go about doing that. It is possible to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars and pay someone to tutor your child in SAT preparation, and that is definitely one method of doing that. There is also a way for you to access online classes or purchase a curriculum for SAT preparation, and you can certainly do that as well. I have to be honest here, I couldn't afford to do that with my own family. Let's just put that right out there, okay? Couldn't afford it. So let me give you the thrifty way to do SAT preparation. I purchased the book from Princeton Review. It's called 11 Real Practice Tests for the SAT. Just a little tip between you and me, if you go back and maybe buy the one from 5 years ago, it will be exactly the same, and you can use all the same questions, but it's also going to be about half the price, all right? For the cost of this $10 or $20 or $25 book, those 11 practice tests, that's pretty much going to be all you need for all of your SAT preparation for your entire high school years, okay? Once you have purchased the book, you want to do kind of a quick review. There's a quick review in the front of it about, what the test is about, and, how is it scored, and how do you go about using the book, and, that doesn't take too long to read. I think I had my children read that front section of the book, maybe 3 days, and they were done with the front section of the book. And then the rest of our SAT preparation came down to just practice, 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 right? Each test has different sections in it, and the sections are only 25 minutes long. And so when you buy that book, you could give your child one section of the SAT, that'd be about 25 minutes long, and then they take it under timed situation. That's really important to take it timed so they get the idea that, you can't take 3 hours and that sort of thing. And then when the test is over, they can go through and they can correct their own work and see which ones they get wrong. Once you know the questions that are wrong, you can look that up in the answer key of the 11 practice test book. Look that up in the answer key and have them just try to understand what the right answer is. That way you don't have to do, all of this, math review or whatever that they don't need. You're only addressing the questions that they got wrong, the ones that they need to know the answers to, okay? So you get the 11 practice tests, you give them one section at a time, you do it under timed situations, maybe 3 or 4 times a week, and then you look at the answers so that they can study and see what answers they may have gotten wrong. So like I say, by doing that, you saved yourself a lot of money, and it can really save you in terms of scholarships. This past week, for whatever reason, I was talking with people a lot about SAT scores and scholarships. And, it's tempting to think, you have to have a perfect score in order to get scholarships. But your child really only has to get better from their own score. Because, for example, if they give scholarships for a score of 1250 and your child got a 1240, you only have to get this much better to get that scholarship. And in fact, the woman I was consulting with, her name's Chris, and she was talking about how it was an $8,000 scholarship. So if her son were to practice for the SAT and scored just that much better, it would literally be $8,000 in their pocket for 4 years, which, by my math is like $32,000, which is a lot of money. So studying for that SAT is really important. I encourage parents to do that and not shortchange your students by not studying. And at the same time, I really don't think you need to spend hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars on a special program. I think you can do it at home. And the only time it's really important maybe to be getting a special program is if there is some sort of frustration or animosity on the part of the student. I'm a mom. Sometimes they'll just put their foot in the ground and say, I don't think so. So when that happens, then sometimes it's appropriate to invest more money in an SAT prep course. I just don't think that for most people, I don't think it's necessary. I hope that helps with your SAT preparation.